In Israel and Palestine, the UK-based animal welfare organisation Safe Haven for Donkeys in the Holy Land spreads love and peace by offering care and service to donkeys, mules and horses. Since its founding in 2000, Safe Haven has rescued and nursed back to health over 1,000 donkeys along with other animals. The group also runs a free mobile vet clinic and outreach program to inform children and adults about the need to treat animals with kindness. Safe Haven's founder and field director, Ms. Lucy Fensom, describes her earliest encounter with a donkey and her desire to care for him.
I've always been an animal lover first and foremost, and as way back as I think as young as maybe 6 or 7 years old, I remember on a holiday in Italy, I sort of had my first encounter with a donkey. And remember seeing him sort of tied up on a very short rope without food or water. And remember wanting to, be with him and give him the apple that I had on our picnic and take him a bucket of water.
Then, as a young adult in 1989, Miss Fensom travelled to Israel, purchased a severely wounded donkey, saved his life and found him a loving home.
And Donk, really, as I named him, who was my first rescue, really was my inspiration. I just felt, it was really a sign for me that one day I would return to Israel and set up a sanctuary for donkeys in the Holy Land.
In 2000, Lucy Fensom quit her job at British Airways to devote all her time to rescuing donkeys. Over the past decade, this humble but unique life-saving enterprise has developed with miracles along the way. Today, the sanctuary, located on just over 1.5 hectares of farmland in Moshav Gan Yoshia, Israel, near the Palestinian city of Tulkarem, shelters 150 residents.
Well, we've got one mule in particular, Christopher. He's a beautiful brown mule. He belonged to a Palestinian man that used to frequently bring this mule to our clinics. On one particular day, he called us from Tulkarem, not far from where we are, and he said, "Look, I don't know what's going on. My mule's got some kind of a problem. Doesn't want to work. He won't eat." And we said, "Well, please don't leave him. Wait with him, until we get there." When we got there, he'd gone, and we put this mule onto our horse box and drove him to one of our other small rest stations. And our vet, Pierre, started to check the mule, and as he touched one part of his body, just sort of under the spine on the back, literally everything just fell away. The skin, the muscle, all the tissues, everything just fell, just disintegrated before your eyes, revealing his ribs and part of his spine. And of course we could not believe it. We were in absolute shock, all of us were. It was an abscess. It probably had burst inside him and just drained all, internally, the pus, and had caused this awful infection and everything to rot. But this mule showed such immense courage, and to look at him, you wouldn't even have known he was in pain. Obviously, we gave him painkillers and antibiotic injections immediately, but he didn't show anything except this enormous courage and this sort of real fighting spirit. And I can remember just being in tears over it. We knew that we were going to have to give very, very intensive 3 or 4 times, a day treatment. And we did. We literally just put the antibiotic solution I say inside because it was a gaping wound. He was amazing. It took probably about between 6 to 8 months. Every day you'd notice that all the tissues and the skin and the muscle and the fat and everything was growing over until eventually you could no longer see the spine and the ribs.
Safe Haven's highly popular mobile vet clinic offers wound, hoof and dental care, as well as other vital services for donkeys.
Even when we go to our clinic in Calcilla, for example, and you see all the animals there, you know that these are only the ones that we're seeing. What about all those, hundreds of others that are out there and also need our help, and we're not perhaps yet working there? And so that's another way, actually, of being inspired also. It's that constant, knowledge of knowing that there's more and more and more and more to do.
Safe Haven has created a successful initiative that shows members of the local community that donkeys should be embraced with love and respect.
So every week we try to bring different children to the sanctuary, and it's wonderful because you see these small boys, with a grooming brush in their hand and brushing the donkeys, feeding them, helping to muck out, and it's just simple things, but just teaching them, that a donkey can be your friend. It's, simple little things.
Love is the best teacher. Safe Haven's compassionate programme has transformed the tender hearts of many children. One Palestinian boy cherished Miss Fensom's love of animals so much that he put her photo with a donkey into the locket of his necklace. At one of Safe Haven's vet service visits, the boy's father brought him over and showed her his necklace.
You can imagine I was just so deeply touched, and I said, oh, that's so lovely, but why? He said, because for us, you are an angel, and I feel that if your little photo is in my little boy's locket, you'll look after him.
For Miss Fensom and her colleagues' many years of dedicated service to animals, Supreme Master Ching Hai honoured Safe Haven for Donkeys in the Holy Land and Lucy Fensom with the Shining World Compassion Award. The beautiful crystal award plaque reads as follows:
In recognition of immense courage, dedication, and loving assistance, providing first-class care and protection for animals in need, inspiring ever higher ideals of kindness and respect for all beings, with compliments and gratitude for uplifting the Holy Land with your benevolent generosity, selfless concern, and compassionate action.
Thank you
so much. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Accompanying the award was a loving letter from Supreme Master Ching Hai, the following of which is an excerpt.
Witnessing the mistreatment and cruelty meted out to the vulnerable donkeys in Israel and Palestine, you were shocked and dismayed. Feeling strongly for the predicament of these trusting and gentle beings, you knew something needed to be done. Touched by their plight, you took action, first saving Donk, then finding and bringing in many more, treating them with heartfelt love. Your wise and compassionate organisation now reaches out to shed light where once there was darkness, replacing neglect with care and ignorance with understanding. Heaven is by the side of those doing good works. The expansion and success of Safe Haven is testament to this and to the dedication of all staff and volunteers. For selflessly providing for the needs of vulnerable and abused animals, for your vision, wisdom, creativity, a benevolent generosity, and for being a dedicated and noble role model, we hereby applaud and celebrate the compassionate deeds of Safe Haven for Donkeys in the Holy Land, with special thanks to founder Miss Lucy Fensom. With great honour, love and blessings, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Thank you, that is absolutely beautiful.
In addition to the award and letter, Supreme Master Ching Hai also contributed $10,000 to support the work of Safe Haven for Donkeys in the Holy Land, and provided several gifts, including a selection of her DVDs and books such as The Love of Centuries and the #1 international bestsellers The Birds in My Life, The Dogs in My Life and The Noble Wilds.
Thank you so much, and as you can imagine, you know, that amount of money will go a very, very long way in helping us. Of course, we have the sanctuary with 150 donkeys, horses and mules that need to be fed every day, and their medical care and their worming, for example, every 3 months, their yearly vaccinations. We have our farrier that comes every 8 weeks to trim all their little hooves. And of course, in addition, we've got all our outreach work. So that is a phenomenal amount of money that will go a very long way in helping us. So thank you so much, really. It's fantastic.
Miss Fensom has this message of thanks for Supreme Master Ching Hai.
To the Supreme Master Ching Hai, you are absolutely wonderful, and I think the greatest thing I could wish for in my life is to meet you one day, really, and I'm so very grateful to you. And I think what has touched me so very much today is your wording, both on the award and in this most beautiful letter. You obviously have such a deep understanding, and I appreciate it immensely, and really thank you with all my heart. Thank you.
We congratulate Safe Haven for Donkeys in the Holy Land on receiving the Shining World Compassion Award. Lucy Fensom, our warmest thanks to you and all the staff members, volunteers and supporters of Safe Haven for your devotion, dedication and love in caring for the helpless donkeys, horses and mules. May your compassionate work continue to help animals live in peace and contentment, while also encouraging adults and children to always treat our fellow beings with love and consideration. For more information on Safe Haven for Donkeys in the Holy Land, please visit www.safehavenfordonkeys.org. Harmonious viewers, we enjoyed your company on this edition of the Shining World Award series. May we forever cherish all animals with kindness and joy.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/AW.
The Russian airplane Tu-156 was on a 10-hour route to Moscow when one after another, all its most important devices started to fail. The pilots, Andrei Lamanov and Yevgeny Novosolov, were faced with the most challenging task: to land the plane in an unknown area with nothing but their manual skills and hardly any fuel.
Можно сказать, один случай на 1000. Произошел, просто они бывают, допустим, отказ одного горизонта, да, или отказ радиосвязи. А тут комплекс отказов. И поэтому думать особо некогда было, надо было, не было времени. 26 минут, это мало еще. Мысли были только безопасно посадить самолет. Мы увидели потом Нижму поселок, увидели подходящую площадку. Кстати, это оказался бывший грунтовый аэродром, ну, грунтовый заброшенный. Мы взяли курс на выбранную нами площадку. Но, подлетая к ней, под нами подскочила бетонная полоса. Ну, в принципе, мы ее увидели, зацепились за нее и стали строить маршрут и маневр для посадки вот именно на искусственный ВПП. Мы прекрасно знали, что она по длине нам не подходит. Да. Облетели ее, чтобы не было препятствий, не было заброшенной техники какой-то на торцах ВПП. Ну, мы приняли решение садиться.
Co-pilot Yevgeny Novosolov said that because the landing strip was so small, the plane was forced to enter into the woods at a frightening speed of 100 kilometers per hour. By sheer luck, the plane soon came to a stop among the trees.
Я считаю тоже, что Господь Бог нам помог, дал нам шанс, и мы его не упустили.
А скажите, что вы почувствовали, когда вы, наконец, с таким трудом, с таким трудом, с таким усилием, с таким, 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 с такими усилиями посадили самолет. Экипаж был спасен, люди были спасены.
Ну, а тут вот как камень в душе. Ну и, конечно, приятный момент, что все стали живы. Самолет, в принципе, не такие уж значительные повреждения получил.
Ну, так как у меня муж такой человек, который не любит волновать, мужчина настоящий, он уже мне сообщил часов в 10 вечера, когда я уже все сама знала. И вот у меня первый вопрос, когда он позвонил, наверное, тупой был, самый такой никчемный. Я спросила, тебе страшно было? На что он засмеялся и сказал, нет, вообще ничего не страшно. И вот, наверное, тогда я успокоилась.
For their heroic act of saving 81 lives, the Russian government awarded the two pilots with the Russian Hero Gold Star. Supreme Master Qinghai honored Andrei Lamanov and Yevgeny Novosolov, each with the Shining World Hero Award. Following is an excerpt from Supreme Master Qinghai's letter.
Эта награда вручается вам за спасенные вами жизни, выдающееся мастерство в управлении самолетом в чрезвычайной ситуации, а также за находчивость, хладнокровие и бесстрашный дух любви и самоотверженности, благодаря которым вы сумели спокойно и грамотно посадить неисправный самолет. Мы присоединяемся к гордящейся вами стране и миру и искренне салютуем вашему героизму. За вашу находчивость и хладнокровие в экстремальной ситуации и за то, что вы благословили мир своим вдохновляющим примером огромного мужества, доблести и благородства. Мы аплодируем вам и отмечаем храбрые и спасительные действия талантливых пилотов Евгения Новоселова и Андрея Ломанова. Позвольте мне вручить эту замечательную. Здесь представлены подарки, которые также презентовала вам высочайший мастер Чинхай, книги, которые написала она, диски, которые вы все здесь можете увидеть.
И вам тоже хочется принести слова большой благодарности от всего экипажа. К сожалению, не все мы смогли сегодня собраться. Поблагодарить всех. Вот, и поблагодарить даже больше, кто вообще помните о нас, о простых людях, просто качественно выполняющих свою работу и любящих свою работу.
Starting in October 2010, Mount Merapi, Indonesia's most dangerous active volcano, located close to the city of Yogyakarta, began to erupt violently. Over 300 people were killed and hundreds of thousands were evacuated. Many suffered injuries. Mba Marijan was the revered spiritual guardian of Mount Merapi for almost 3 decades. He would conduct the annual Mount Merapi ceremony to ask God for salvation for the ones who lived around the mountain so that they could be protected from its natural disasters. He once said, "Everybody has their duty. Reporter, soldier, police, they have their duty. I also have a duty to stand here." In the 2010 tragedy, Mr. Marijan prayed amidst dangerous lava flow. He gave his life trying to protect his people till the last moment and was found in a prostrating position.
Pada waktu Bapak itu dijadikan juru kunci Gunung Merapi, yaitu pada waktu Sultan yang ke-9, sehingga suatu sumpah atau suatu perjanjian, sehingga ingat adalah janganlah dalam jagalah Merapi dengan keadaan apapun, sehingga bisa banyak saudara-saudaranya, banyak saudara, banyak teman dan lain sebagainya itu.
Kalau seperti kemarin itu cuman bilang seperti itu. Ya kalau pemerintah itu suruh menyelamatkan diri, pokoknya pemerintah itu memerintahkan supaya menyelamatkan diri, itu turut aja biar selamat. Jangan seperti saya. Kalau saya itu ya namanya orang bertanggung jawab, jadi ya Mbah tetap di rumah.
Mbah Marijan was survived by his wife, Ponira, 73, and 5 children.
Memang Bapak Marijan itu adalah seorang penyabar, dalam arti orangnya yang sangat sabar dan sangat kasih sayang pada anak-anaknya, juga pada ibu atau istrinya.
Waktu kecil saya telah bangga telah mempunyai bapak seperti Mbah Marijan ini.
For his self-sacrificing efforts to save fellow villagers, Supreme Master Ching Hai honored Mbah Marijan with a posthumous Shining World Hero Award.
Pertama, mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebesar-besarnya kami tujukan kepada Maha Guru Ching Hai yang telah memberikan perhatian yang sangat luar biasa, dan bukan hanya sebagai semata-mata kepedulian tentang jiwa seseorang, akan tetapi lebih luas dari itu, termasuk tentang lingkungan, ya, lingkungan hidup. Dan yang kedua, sifat jujur dan mengemban amanahnya yang sangat luar biasa, sehingga sampai akhir hidupnya ayahanda kami mempertaruhkan jiwa dan raganya dalam satu hal, karena memang ayahanda kami menjaga amanah itu sampai akhir hayatnya.
Yang terhormat Ibu Ponirah dan keluarga, dengan kesedihan besar saya mendengar tentang meninggalnya suami tercinta Anda sekaligus ayah, Tetua Desa Mbah Marijan. Sebagai penghormatan, kami ingin mempersembahkan pada Anda penghargaan pahlawan cemerlang dunia. Pada bulan Mei 2006, beliau menunjukkan kekuatan kepemimpinan yang tinggi dengan tetap tinggal di desanya, di dekat puncak gunung sakral ini, meskipun gunung sudah hampir meletus. Dengan menunjukkan kasihnya yang melampaui panggilan tugas, beliau cedera serius dan menghabiskan 5 bulan di rumah sakit. Tahun ini beliau kembali lagi mempertaruhkan nyawanya untuk menjaga gunung ini dan rakyatnya dengan tubuhnya sendiri dan imam yang tak tergoyahkan. Sayangnya kali ini ia menyerahkan hidupnya untuk menjadi perisai bagi yang lain, selalu dengan Tuhan dalam hatinya. Seorang suci telah pergi, tetapi yang pergi hanyalah raganya. Kenangan akannya dan tindakan kepahlawanannya yang terpuji akan terus memberi inspirasi, dan jiwanya bebas kembali ke rumah di surga dan menerima kedamaian dan berkat. Atas nama seluruh asosiasi dan semua anggota kami, mohon sampaikan bela sungkawa kami yang tulus dan simpati kami yang mendalam bagi semua keluarga Anda. Semoga Tuhan memberkati dan melindungi Anda, memberikan Anda kekuatan dan penghiburan penuh kasih yang dibutuhkan keluarga Anda selama masa duka Anda bagi suami Anda yang sangat Anda cintai, dan ayah sekaligus pahlawan nasional Mbah Marijan. Dengan hormat, kasih dan berkat Maha Guru Ching Hai.
Saya sebagai anak dari keluarga Mbah Marijan almarhum, saya mengucapkan banyak terima kasih kepada Master Mbah Guru yang telah memberikan penghargaan buat keluarga.
Along with the Shining World Hero Award crystal plaque, Supreme Master Ching Hai offered $1,000 to each of his family members to help and comfort them. In addition, the family received gifts, including Supreme Master Ching Hai's lecture DVDs and books.
Ya, terima kasih.
Terima kasih kepada Maha Guru Ching Hai yang telah membantu kami, yaitu dari keluarga Bapak Marijan, dan mudah-mudahan dibalas lebih banyak oleh Tuhan Yang Maha Esa.
On the same fateful day, a journalist for Viva News named Mr. Yunyawan Wahu Nukroho was with him. Fondly known as Wawan, he was trying to persuade the gatekeeper, Mr. Mba Marijan, to evacuate to a shelter.
Terus ketika malam letusan yang pertama itu yang 26, ada kabar dari teman di Viva News kalau yang menjadi korban bersama Mbah Marijan itu adalah Mas Wawan.
Begitu besar cintanya kepada pekerjaannya sehingga risiko apapun diambil. Dalam arti dia kalau sudah melakukan pekerjaan dia akan total. Dalam hal terakhir pun yang tidak saya sadari kalau dia akan meninggalkan saya juga banyak hal kata-kata yang dia tinggalkan untuk saya, yang terutama sampai saat ini yang saya ingat itu hanya satu, tolong lepas saya dengan ikhlas kalau saya bekerja, entah itu saya hanya bekerja di dalam kota atau saya harus di luar negeri. Itu dia pernah menguatkan saya, kalau saya pergi kamu tidak usah khawatir karena semua sudah saya pikirkan, anak-anak tetap sekolah dan kamu tidak akan kekurangan. Dia juga pecinta binatang dan itu juga terbukti setelah saya pindah ke sini, anjing saya itu banyak. Saya sebenarnya ingin menjual anjing-anjing saya, cuma terakhir memang beliau berpesan jangan dijual. Karena kalau dijual memang daerah saya tukang motong anjing, jadi tolong jangan dijual.
Bapak tuh orang yang punya rasa manusiawi yang tinggi, terus Bapak juga sering bantu-bantu orang.
Kalau kesanku sama Bapak tuh orangnya baik, sabar, gak pernah marah. Terus kalau Bapak suka ngajarin, gak boleh buang sampah sembarangan.
For his caring efforts to save the beloved elder, Supreme Master Qinghai honored Wawan with the posthumous Shining World Hero Award, as well as offered $1,000 to each of his family members to help and comfort them.
Tugas terakhirnya adalah melaporkan akan terjadinya erupsi Gunung Merapi. Wawan tahu gunung tersebut akan meletus, sama halnya juga dengan juru kunci Merapi. Akan tetapi harus mencoba membujuk teman dan anggota masyarakatnya yang dipuja untuk kembali ke tempat yang aman. Kekuatan pikiran dan hati yang protektif serta penuh kasih yang lebih kuat daripada ancaman kematian. Maka ia berada di sisi temannya sampai saat terakhir. Atas nama seluruh asosiasi kami dan seluruh anggota kami sampaikan bela sungkawa sepenuh hati dan simpati terdalam kami bagi Anda dan semua keluarga Anda. Semoga Yang Maha Kuasa memberkahi dan melindungi Anda, memberi Anda kekuatan serta penghiburan kasih yang dibutuhkan keluarga Anda selama berkabungnya Anda bagi suami heroik Anda, Yuniawan Wahyu Nugroho. Dengan rasa hormat yang besar, kasih dan berkat dari Maha Guru Qinghai.
Saya mengucapkan terima kasih atas perhatian yang sudah diberikan yang begitu besar kepada saya, terutama kepada suami saya. Dan untuk saat ini pun saya tidak mengira kalau suami saya akan mendapat penghargaan yang setinggi ini dari Supreme Master Qinghai.
We salute all these heroes, Mr. Mba Marijan, Mr. Wawan, Mr. Lamanov, and Mr. Novesolov, for your noble, brave, and selfless life-saving deeds. May heaven smile upon you and protect your loved ones. Generous viewers, thank you for your company on this program. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for words of wisdom after noteworthy news. May you be blessed by the love of the divine.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/EE.